I'm Pete Quinnell, welcome to the WrestleTalk News. It's Night of Champions this weekend, where we'll see Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the new World Heavyweight Championship, which fans have pointed out feels more like a consolation prize than anything else. Well done for not beating Roman, everyone. Here's your reward. But it seems the sentiment of the belt being a secondary world title isn't just shared by fans, as one of the men competing for the belt itself feels the same way, that being AJ Styles, way to put over the belt, AJ. Speaking with the New York Post, Styles said, "Is it a secondary? Well, if the Raw Championship is held by Roman, the SmackDown Championship is held by Roman, then how can you argue that it's not? We had to make a new championship because Roman holds them all. What happens if he decides to wrestle for the World Heavyweight Championship? It is what it is, and we got what we got." Oh, you're really making that belt feel important there, AJ. Great job, buddy. AJ will apparently be fighting for the baby belt for babies that nobody likes on the Saturday against Seth. And interestingly, according to Better Wrestling Experience on Twitter, the lineage of this new belt will follow the old World Heavyweight Championship, meaning the last champion will be Randy Orton from 2013. Which is right where our Survival Series episode on the Parts of Unknown, where we try to name every World Heavyweight Champion in reverse chronological order, begins. Go watch Survival Series. But it could very well be AJ himself who holds the new baby belt for babies that nobody likes, as there were previous reports of WWE having hesitancy over putting the new belt onto Seth based on his potential acting schedule. Considering that Seth has missed the last 2 episodes of Raw, missing out on the build for the match for the baby belt for babies that nobody likes, that seems fair. However, there's been some clarification over that report, with Worked Wrestling tweeting, clarifying a prior report. "We said that there was hesitancy to put the new title on Seth Rollins due to his role in the new Captain America film. However, it's been made clear this isn't an immediate fear, but for the future, should he and Becky Lynch further pursue Hollywood." Which means it's far more likely that Seth will win the baby belt for babies that nobody likes on Saturday, but he could drop it quite quickly if more acting opportunities come up. And before we head over to Luke, the release date for AEW Fight Forever has finally been actually announced. It was reported previously that the game would be announced around the time of Forbidden Door at the end of June, and that has turned out to be 100% correct, as AEW Games have revealed that the game will be out on June 29th, the Thursday after Forbidden Door. This release date is remarkably only 2 years, 7 months, and 20 days after the game was originally announced in November 2020. Or just 961 days, which somehow is still shorter than Roman Reigns' Universal title reign. That's stupid. And now let's head over to Luke, shall we?
And now it's time for my review of Monday Night Raw, aka Hey Philadelphia, wake up, there's good wrestling happening edition of Monday Night Raw. In about 5 minutes. Raw opened with the show-running long storyline of Brock Lesnar attacking Cody Rhodes to make sure he won't make it to Night of Champions. Now, I know what you're thinking. Haven't we been down this roads before? And you would be right. After all, I was a bit snippy about it last week, but this was really effective. Brock absolutely bodied Cody as he was coming into the building, and then later in the show issued an open challenge for Night of Champions because Cody is too ouchy to fight him. Cody came out nonetheless, broken arm and all, and Brock locked in the Kimura to break his arm even more. Cody then later refused any medical attention and wouldn't even speak to Adam Pearce, which meant that Pearce had to call in the big guns, Daddy H. And like the Triple H in the renowned work of fiction Big Apple Takedown, he's the only one who really knows what's happening here. The final moments of Raw were Trips telling Cody that Rhodes is refusing medical attention because if he gets that, he knows he won't be cleared. And if he's not cleared, he can't fight Brock Lesnar. Cody didn't plead with Hunter to let him wrestle. He told him he was going to fight Brock. Triple H has done this before. He's wrestled through injury, so Cody needs to do the same thing. And Triple H let it. It will be Brock versus Cody this Saturday, even though Cody has a broken arm. What a reckless work environment. Jokes aside, I do think this is a decent story. It's very Cody. It's a classic babyface fighting through the adversity against all odds, overcoming all obstacles, and it worked for me. Also don't know which way it's going to swing. Is Cody going to get the win against all the adversity, or will the broken arm be his out for the loss? Yeah, it's super cheesy, but that is what you bring Cody in for. Back to the running order of the show, and Paul Heyman cut a promo on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, which brought out Kevin, Sami, and Paul left. So Kevin, Sami cut a promo on Roman and Solo Sikoa to no one. Huh? And then to make things even odder, Sami almost literally said, "I've got nothing else to say about this feud." But in a nice touch, Kev did dedicate the match to the Usos, which I did quite like. But the reason why they didn't cut their promo to Paul Heyman, who, you know, is part of the story, is because never mind that shit. Here comes Raw Angles, as Imperium came out, and as predicted last week, Matt Riddle made the save because he's actually the one that's being set up for Walter's IC title. Sorry, Ali. Get a life, kid. Bronson Reed beat Ricochet to silence from the crowd, as did Zoe Stark, who beat Candice LeRae when Nikki Cross distracted Candice by celebrating with her. Wake up, Philadelphia, the wrestling is on! We got 2 more sit-down interviews with Seth Rollins, who wasn't on the show today as he's too busy fighting Captain America, and then had the absolute audacity to say that Roman isn't here enough for the fans. You fickle bastard! This was also very, very good, using footage from his time in NXT and even footage from a match he had with AJ Styles in NWA No Limits. But perhaps the funniest bit about all this was Seth saying he's never been the hand-picked guy. And then they showed footage of him winning every title in WWE because he's always been the hand-picked guy. We later got a video package for AJ Styles to hype him up too, and it's probably the best build you could do when neither of them are there. Alpha Academy beat Viking Raiders, and it looks like Chad Gable and Maxine are finding some common ground. Hang on, wait a minute, what did happen to Maximum Male Models? Other than being in the Battle Royal last week, because I know you people are typing it right now. I see typing in the comments. Indus Sher cut a video promo which had no noise from the crowd played over it, which made it sound a lot like their match last week. But Finn Balor beat Shinsuke Nakamura in a match that wasn't as great as you'd expect it to be considering who's in the ring, but it was still pretty darn good. Too bad the crowd didn't react to it. Wake up, Philadelphia! Nakamura distracted himself with Damian Priest on the outside, allowing Balor to hit the coup de grace for the win. A good match that deserved a better crowd. Wake up. Raquel Rodriguez beat Sonya Deville, then revealed her new tag partner is her old one, Aaliyah! No, wait, I mean Liv Morgan! Oh wait, no, she's injured. I mean Shotzi, who was drafted to SmackDown just a few weeks ago. Draft split, LOL indeed. Hilariously, this was introduced as a new partnership, even though they literally tagged together for a spell last year. My favorite thing on the show, as it has been for the last few weeks, is the story between Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch. Becky signed her side of the contract very quickly, but Trish used her time to cut a promo, saying that she's never got to do a contract signing segment before. And Becky has only got to do loads of them because Trish laid the groundwork for a better women's division. And Becky said that Trish was jealous because she'll never have the career that Bex has had. And Becky has nightmares about doing the things that Trish was subjected to when she was on top. If you think barking like a dog is bad, just wait until what I do to you at Night of Champions. Welcome to the big time, bitch. Woof, woof. This was amazing. It's legit my most anticipated match at Night of Champions, and you can tell me if you think I'm wrong to my face by getting your tickets to watch Night of Champions with us here at WrestleTalk by clicking our link in the video description down below. There's only a handful of tickets left, so if you want to watch a wrestling pay-per-view with over 100 other wrestling fans in a pub that we are fully taking over, then come on down and join us. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. Dominic Mysterio beat Apollo Crews with the help of Rhea Ripley, and the crowd was more into Rhea Ripley as usual, who also challenged Natalya to a match at Night of Champions. Literally no one cares. And the main event saw Owen, Zayn and Riddle beat Imperium in a fun trios match that the crowd actually did come alive for. Welcome to the party, Philadelphia. It's been a while. It didn't do much for the build for Owens and Zayn versus the Bloodline, or Mustafa Ali versus Gunther, or even Imperium as challengers for the tag titles, but it did make me want to see Riddle versus Gunther in a singles match for the IC title, so well, that's something. I've seen a few people were down on this episode of Raw, possibly because of all the last-minute changes and the very Vince McMahonisms of the show, but I thought it was around the same level of quality as most recent weeks, with a very good Cody Rhodes angle and an excellent contract signing segment, so this week's Raw is 3 out of 5. I forgot to film an end card joke, so here's an outtake of me forgetting to film my end card joke.
Have you got your DVA for the end card? Are you going to do that this week?
Oh, Pete, I forgot it again.
I think that should be the end card.
Fine, that's the end card. Thanks, Pete. Bollocks. Well, there you go. There's some behind-the-scenes nonsense for you.